Good morning, everybody. Joel at Up North Aquatics here. Just figured I would check in because it's like sometime after 6 in the morning and I'm up just doing some fish room maintenance, and thought maybe I could give you guys a quick update of things that are going on right now that are new and things that I'm planning to do. I don't have much new content for this week because I was out of town last week, got home a day late, had to go straight to work for 4 days. I work about 50 hours in 4 days at my job. So the 3 days a week I have for fish stuff and content and things like that, I didn't have this week. So I guess I'll go around, show you some of the maintenance I'm doing, do a little update just so I have some content for the week here, and yeah, should be probably pretty quick, maybe kind of boring, but we'll give it a shot type of video. So here we go. Well, the agenda for this morning is to get a water change on the pond, so I got that draining. Water change on the 125 with my Oscars and larger South Americans, because those two have been, I guess, neglected the most because they don't get fed as much. So get those big water changes done, and then work my way around and do some of the 55s and this other 125 and the 75 throughout the week. I got a 3-day weekend. Also gonna just fill up my blue totes on the floor. That's my water storage where I just get water up to temp for water changing the smaller tanks, so I can do larger volume water changes throughout the week. But let's check out something new. I was in Wisconsin last weekend, and for like 25 bucks I was able to pick up 6 fish that you can't see in this tank, but they are gold rams, and they're all alive and well in here, but you can hardly see any of them because obviously this is my quarantine tank, and they're the same exact color as the gravel, so they lost their red, I think, on purpose so that they could blend in with the gravel. There's one way under the sponge filter back there. These guys are a little more sensitive fish. I do have to keep this water like around 80 degrees, so I did have to run and grab like an adjustable heater, or else they're not going to do too hot. The rest of the fish in here can handle a little bit of temperature swings here and there, no issue. And matter of fact, most of them still breathe through all that, but these guys I think I will kill if I don't keep them right at 80. So we will do that. But also got to find some black substrate and maybe just scatter some of these rocks throughout on a black substrate, because I would kind of like to be able to see them because they're beautiful fish. So more on that in the future when I get that done. Also tossing around the idea of rehoming 2 of the frogs. The only reason they're in the 20 gallon was so I could keep all 4, but tank space is kind of a huge thing around here now that everything's like full. Thinking about rehoming 2 of them so I can put the other 2 back in a 10 gallon and they'll be all right. And then maybe I could grow out this electric blue Jack Dempsey in a 20 gallon. Excuse me. Instead of having him with all the tiger barbs and stuff. Excuse me. Because I don't know, I just worry about it a little bit. But so far so good. I mean, there's no issues growing them out with these tiger barbs and stuff. I don't know, just things I think about. Oh, and also I haven't been able to scrape my glass or anything because I haven't been here, so we're starting to get our algae coming and stuff. These guys are doing good. Green tear is again showing signs of parasites. I don't know if you've been following along, but I do have to treat this tank again. Parasites can be a real bear. I require multiple treatments to treat. So still fighting that, but it is what it is. I mean, he's making strides. He's starting to eat. He's starting to get his color back still, but yeah, kind of a bummer, I guess. These 2.5s with Antlers that are basically just filtered by plants and a little bit of air just for water movement are doing awesome. This one, the green snake skins, she still hasn't popped. No fry in there. this one with like that like neon blue male Antler, there's more and more babies in here all the time. Probably just because they're getting bigger and I'm seeing more of them, but yeah, they're doing fantastic in here. So that's working out really well. Yellow lab tanks looking filthy. Water's fine, but glass has been neglected. But here's all 8 of them hanging out. Always fun, always exciting. Can't wait till we see some babies coming in and out of those rocks. That'll be really fun. So stay tuned for that. One of our rare occasions in this tank, I just saw a catfish come out. There are catfish in here, and they hid from the camera. Just Raphael cats, one spotted and a few striped. You can see a tail of a striped one behind that sponge filter. So that was kind of cool that he came out when I had a camera in my hand, even though we can't see him. Spotted one's in that log on the other side of the algae. So let's see if we can get a look at him. I bet we can. There he is. See how well that algae scraper worked? It's a $15 Amazon one. Check out that video on my channel if you haven't yet. 15 bucks from Amazon, and it works just as well. As any other scraper on the market. So that was a cool find. Yeah, not much else new down here. There's just some plans, some new fish, basically some sort of content for the week or for a few days here. But I gotta get that siphon moved to the big tank so I can start draining and I can start filling things. So I'm gonna have to put the camera down here shortly, but here's a little update on this tank we escaping the 75-gallon aquarium. You can check that out on the channel as well if you're interested in that. And the vieja did eat like most of the plants, but it left the stems, but it's hornwort, so it comes back really quick. So this tank might go through phases, or that vieja might just completely destroy them all. Who knows? We'll see. But might have to do some jumbling around in here. Start paying a little more attention because the rainbow's got a mark on his head and there's a mark on the mouth of the green Texas. So either they got into a scrap or they just bumped into the wood. Either way, I'll have to just watch a little closely and figure out exactly what happened so that I can get rid of the problem, whether it's the wood or I need to, you know, play musical fish and move some fish around. I'll do whatever I have to do to save them. We got plenty of room for South Americans down here, so there's about it. I mean, not a whole lot of breeding. I mean, there's a ton of breeding activity going on here in the breeding rack, but nothing different from our last update. I mean, the plecos in here are nowhere near big enough yet. It's like a 6-month project for me. Still more and more nests from the blue mystery snails and like 0 nests from the purples, the golds, or the ivories. Still a bunch of buried up females carrying eggs in here in the cherry shrimp and the blue dream shrimp tank, but still haven't dropped yet. It's only been like a week since I filmed them. They could take a month to drop their shrimplets, and then you probably can't even really see them at first. So we'll get some good updates on those guys. Maybe I'll do a video just about shrimp and see how that goes. But still a ton of more Antler babies popping up here. Down in the gravel, see one right there. But none of them are big enough to have any color really, so it's hard to tell what we got out of this mutt breeding we did. So not a whole lot to update you on here on the breeding rack, but yeah, there it is. There's my mornings, my 6 o'clock in the morning mornings down here. I've never really brought you guys along for one of these, but that's really all I do. Start my water changes on the tanks. I'm gonna water change and then just inspect everything. On my 3 days off a week, the lights come on for 3 hours in the morning and 8 hours in the afternoon. with a gap in between. It doesn't harm the fish at all. But that just allows me to separate out the feedings a little more for like the breeding racks and the fry and stuff. And when it's my day off, I might as well just do it that way and have some time to do the fish maintenance and things like that in the morning before my kids are awake and everything. Yeah, I think that's about it. Alright guys, super quick update like I said, and not a lot has changed. For that I apologize, but you know, life happens, you know. I got a family and friends, and we went out of town for a while just to enjoy ourselves, so didn't really have many opportunities, but I did find those gold rams, which was awesome. So I guess this is the first like vlog style video I've done on the channel, but if that's something you're into, I mean, definitely leave a like and leave a comment and let me know if you want to see more. I don't mind coming down here every once in a while and just walking around with the camera and droning on and on about everything going on down here. I actually quite enjoy it. I just didn't know if it would do well or not, I guess. So, but yeah, let me know what you think. For sure, leave a comment, and thank you for everybody who made it this far. I'm pushing like 150 subscribers now. That's awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much. And I think that's all I have for you today. So I will see you soon, and thank you for stopping by.